Assalamualaikum, Nazreen. Welcome to another edition of the Sheffield Warriors Cricket Club's continuing coverage of the ICC Champions Trophy 2025, hosted in Pakistan, of course. और आज मेरे साथ एक और मेरे रिकरेंट मेहमान हैं जो कि आए आए हुए हैं पहले भी टूर्नामेंट्स कवर करने तो एंड ही हैज बीन टू द गेम्स एज वेल सो वेलकम बैक बिली बट बिलाल कैसे हो
थैंक यू जी, थैंक यू।
आपकी वॉयज
आई
बड़ी
आई होप
दूर जा रही
वॉयज काफी दूर जी। आई यस, लकीली आई गॉट टू सी द बेस्ट मैच ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट सो फार, ऑस्ट्रेलिया और इंग्लैंड का। एंड आई वाज लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू maybe another amazing match in Pindi, but it got washed away. Wasted trip, but chale, this is part of it. Although I think Pakistan would have been happier with the rain in Dubai than
ठीक
rather than यहाँ पे तो हो गई चले। This
तो
is
जो जो मैच आई मीन कल का मैच तो हुआ नहीं जिस तरह आपने कहा कि इट वाज रेन्ड आउट
mm,
यू वेंट फॉर ऑस्ट्रेलिया साउथ अफ्रीका व्हिच ऑन पेपर वाज गोइंग टू बी a very good match. The
mm,
match before that in Pindi, New Zealand versus Bangladesh, was played on Monday. तो कुछ उसके बारे
mm,
में बताएं. I mean, it looked like pretty much ऐसे लग रहा था कि वन साइडेड ही मैच है कि न्यूजीलैंड वर क्रूजिंग टू ए टारगेट. बांग्लादेश में
yeah,
236 तक किया था और फिर
mm,
न्यूजीलैंड for that pitch in Pindi and the reserve that New Zealand have with Tom
yeah,
Latham, Glenn Phillips, or उनके
mm.
Rachinravindra played very well and got to the target. कुछ उसके बारे में बताएं. How did you see that?
तो अब ये है कि ये चीज हमने नोट की है कि इस जो पाकिस्तान में जितने भी मैचेस हुए हैं, the pitches have been good for batting, or at least they were marketed as such, whereas the one in Dubai has been relatively, I wouldn't say really bad for batting, but slightly low scoring average जो वहाँ पे रहा है. Here, high scoring games, and that was what I was expecting with the New Zealand game as well, because apparently it was supposed to be a batting pitch. So when Bangladesh went to bat, obviously you would think they are not a 300 scoring team against a New Zealand attack. But एक recurring सी theme हो रही है where spinners have been getting a lot of wickets on these pitches. Um, and New Zealand ka, going in, I wouldn't have thought that Bracewell would get 4 Bangladeshi wickets. And we bowled well, I guess. Bangladesh की batting भी कोई इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी. But 236 on such a pitch was a very mediocre target, especially for a batting lineup like New Zealand. I was surprised the game went till 46 overs. I mean, I have been surprised quite a lot in this tournament. In India first, in their game as well against Bangladesh, they went quite towards the end as well. I would have thought कि 40-42nd over game खत्म हो जानी चाहिए, but that also went late into the inning. I guess वो एक point पे आके they don't need to really score that fast. वो फिर they just cruise along.
Yeah. तो ब्रेसवेल ने जिस तरह आपने कहा
Net
कि
run
he took wickets.
किसी research नहीं की. Coming back to the the highlights were, as I said, Bracewell 4. Sorry, you said something. I don't know. You broke
ब्रेसवेल
up.
की बात कर रहा था. आप कंटिन्यू करें.
So that he got the wickets. वैसे भी, I mean, at no point were Bangladesh looked threatening. कोई बड़ा score का नहीं लग रहा था. They were scoring at start में तो चले ठीक है. They scored a little faster, but middle overs and going towards the end, run rate was quite mediocre, and wickets थोड़े आप कह लें कि हर थोड़ी देर बाद it was they were falling. So they didn't really have any flow towards in the inning. Um, Again, फिर उनकी batting आई. I mean, they got the 2 early wickets. कुछ Pakistani fans were hoping कि that might lead to some sort of a miracle. But of course, with such a huge, deep batting lineup, so there wasn't any. मेरे ज़हन में तो there wasn't any doubt that they would win this match easily. They had a couple of batsmen to come in the end as well, and yeah, Ravindra played well. And I mean, it was pretty much standard chase.
Yeah, Rachin Ravindra is back. He missed quite a few matches क्योंकि वो
So,
इंजरी हो गई थी उसको ट्राई नेशंस में. तो
I mean, I would have thought one of the openers have made way for him, but since because the injury happened, so they get to have all of them there.
yeah,
Otherwise, I think the Conway has been a bit uh, out of form. आप कह लो, Will Young had the 100, but they turned around in this match. Conway scored a
yeah,
little, but Ravindra, though, I think he's a good option in these wickets. He can do some spin bowling as well if
yeah,
needed. But they have such a good team. They really, I don't know. They don't, if they need him as a bowler, they don't. They have so many options as well.
yeah,
So, but I mean, I for sure हमें ये तो पता है they're going into the semi-final playing in Lahore.
yeah,
So they'll be taking on either England, Australia, or South Africa most likely. So uh, they are well placed.
yeah,
They have been actually the best part of their preparation is they've played so much in Pakistan recently. They know the pitches, they know how to play. So they have a huge advantage compared to some of the other teams which have
yeah,
not played so much
yeah.
here. But maybe slightly different pitches जो पहले prepared थी अब तो थोड़ी different है. But just the environment and
Yeah.
being comfortable
Well
here.
tuned to the atmosphere, well placed, have a lot of options, resources अच्छे हैं, bowling, spin,
जी.
batting is well placed. So New Zealand really comfortably through to the semi-finals alongside India क्योंकि इंडिया ने भी पहले दो मैचेस अपनी जीत लिए हैं. जिस तरह आपने कहा कि
Yeah.
Pakistani fans were hoping for Bangladesh to climb back. It didn't happen. Bangladesh are out. So is the host team. They both are out from Group
Mhm.
A. तो कुछ उसके बारे में रिएक्शन बताएं कि हाउ इज इट हाउ इज इट गोइंग इन पाकिस्तान क्योंकि आई डोंट थिंक दिस
देखिए, I
लास्ट
mean, the
मैच इन
first
पिंडी.
game जब ये न्यूजीलैंड से हारे, that was, I mean, people expected कि शायद, I mean, going by what had happened recently in the Tri Series before the tournament, New Zealand just swept through the whole tournament. They were very strong. So it was very difficult, uphill task to beat them in this tournament as well. So वो going as per form, they won. India के मैच के अंदर तो खैर expectations were quite low, I would say, because everybody had a lower expectation going into that match. Um, I don't know. I mean, I think it's good in a way that this thing has been sort of with early Pakistan. They've gone out. The reaction here hasn't been as bad as. I mean, I would have thought that once they're out of the tournament, you wouldn't see a lot of people coming up and watching the games. Interest thoda fade away ho jayega, but I doubt that would happen. That will happen in this tournament. People have enjoyed cricket as it's come back to Pakistan after a long time. Everybody's enjoying going to the stadium, taking their families, just being able to see all these big players play. So it's been a really good for me as well. I've luckily I've seen a couple of one game recently and hoping for another one later on in the tournament. So uh, the reaction hasn't been as bad as the previous ones, I would say. People have they were expecting not a very good outcome.
The last question that I usually ask, and I think, well, we're quite into the tournament, but I'll still ask it. I haven't asked you. Who was your pick for the best batsman and best bowler? And need to be quick about that, and then we'll
Yes,
wrap
so
up.
the best batsman in terms of runs scored. Obviously, there's a problem because Australia and South Africa are playing one less game than
Yeah,
everybody else. So
yeah,
most runs may that's going to affect them. I think going most number of matches. So I think Shubman Gill probably would be the my pick for the highest.
Shubman Gill. Okay.
runs.
And bowler? Bowler? जी bowler.
So the best bowler in terms of economy ko chhod ke who's going to get the most wickets, probably I would go with I think Will O'Rourke. He's bowling well. I won't give. I'm not going to have a second bite at it. Just one is enough. Will O'Rourke.
Okay, I know that in the bowling category you always pick someone out of the blue which nobody has picked, which is good. I like that. So that's good.
Yeah.
Inshallah, I'll be in touch with you. Let's see how the rest of the tournament pans out because I think the semi-finals will be very interesting and we'll take it there
Hmm.
onwards. Like some interesting games are still left, even though the hosts are out. But once again,
Yeah.
thank you very much for joining us, Bilal, at this point
You're
of the
welcome.
tournament. Okay, ji.
नहीं जी, thank you so much for having me.
Okay. Okay, नाज़रीन,
Okay.
that's all till now for this session. फिर इंशाल्लाह आपके साथ फिर से एक प्रोग्राम में हाजिर होऊंगा तो तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़ अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. Thank you.